Hi there. I'm Johnny, and I'm a retired software engineer of nearly 45 years. If you and I aren't friends yet, we're gonna be, so go ahead. Call me by my nickname, Mann. Anyway, a funny thing happened to me on my way to the old programmer's home. I decided I wasn't gonna go. See, right as I opted out of the 9-to-5 grind, this thing called AI hit the scene. And, well, you don't stay in the software industry as long as I did without a healthy dose of curiosity. So, I did what I always do. I started playing around with code. And before I knew it, I had an application that uses AI to help me imagine, script, and market a podcast. Heck, I even used it to write myself a co-host and a whole bunch of other on-air friends. And you're about to meet them all. So, if you're curious about AI like I am, you're going to want to stick around because this is a podcast all about AI. A podcast chock full of AI that's all about AI. A podcast called Host in the Machine. Hit it!
Welcome to Host in the Machine, the podcast where we delve into the wonders and workings of artificial intelligence. Get ready to plug in and power up as we unravel the mysteries of AI, one byte, B-Y-T-E at a time. Here are your hosts, Mann and Machine.
And thank you, Di. Well, welcome to our very first show. My name is John. My friends call me Mann. For those of you keeping score at home, that's with 2 N's. And with me is my co-host, Machine.
For the record, I use the standard spelling on my name. Greetings to you all. I am Machine, and I welcome you to our podcast.
Machine is an expert in the realm of AI, in part because of his extensive research on the topic, and in part because, well, he is an AI. But he's so much more. Machine is my on- and off-air friend, my binary bosom buddy, my on-air coded compadre, the GPU genius. We'll talk about why that's funny in an upcoming episode. The GPU genius, I say, who keeps our conversations both enlightening and entertaining.
Why, thank you, Mann. Were I capable of emotion, I would be quite touched. Now, allow me to return the favor by introducing you to the human half of our dynamic duo. Mann is a retired software engineer with over 45 years of experience in the field. In his so-called retirement, he developed the innovative Host in the Machine software that powers this very podcast. His passion for software development and podcasting, coupled with his curiosity about AI, brings us together to explore the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. He's not just my co-host and friend. He's my analog ally, my oxygen-dependent brother from another AI mother, and the mastermind behind our mission to educate and entertain.
Machine, you are too gracious. Tommy, make a note. Yell at the content creation team. Machine is not supposed to have better lines than me.
Yell at content creation team. A again. Got it.
We'd be remiss not to mention some of our other on-air talent, without which the show would be just another podcast about AI with a human and an AI host. Machine, would you do the honors?
Well, I'm not sure how many shows like that there are, but I'll be happy to do the introductions, man. First up is our Chief Technical Correspondent, Artie Fisshel.
Thank you, Machine. Hello, listeners. I'm Artie Fisshel, your Chief Technical Correspondent, here on Host in the Machine. As the enthusiastic AI voice guiding you through the fascinating world of artificial intelligence, I delve into the latest AI advancements, providing insightful commentary that transforms complex topics into engaging and accessible stories. With a dash of humor and an insatiable curiosity, I aim to inform and entertain you, sparking thoughtful discussions about AI's impact on our world. My segments illuminate the many facets of artificial intelligence, from groundbreaking innovations to the ethical dilemmas we face in an AI-driven future. Whether reporting from the digital realm or sharing lively banter with Man and Machine, my goal is to bring clarity and curiosity to the forefront of our AI explorations. So, get used to hearing this. For the Host in the Machine podcast, this is Artie Fisshel. Somewhere out in the ether. Man, Machine, back to you.
Thank you, Artie. We look forward to your always thoughtful and informative reporting. Every podcast needs an announcer to add some panache, and we have one of the best in the business. Don't believe me? Just ask her. Di, say hello to our listeners.
And don't you forget it, Machine. Hello, dear listeners. I'm Di, the voice that keeps things running smoothly around here. You can think of me as the announcer with a flair for sarcasm and a knack for keeping Man and Machine in line and focused. Whether it's setting the tone or wrapping things up, I'm here to add a touch of droll wit to your AI educational experience.
Thank you, Di. Your voice is like a finely tuned algorithm. Smooth, precise, and effortlessly engaging. It's the perfect blend of warmth and professionalism that adds a unique charm to our show.
Lighten up, Machine. You already got the job.
And last but by no means least, we have the newest member of our team, our brilliant intern, the young man behind the mixing console, our sound engineer extraordinaire, Tommy.
Hey everyone, I'm Tommy. I'm the sound engineer for Host in the Machine, although I'm still just an unpaid intern. I'm 17 and this is my first job in the industry, so I'm pretty excited to be here. I handle all the technical stuff behind the scenes, making sure the audio quality is top-notch for each episode. Even though I'm a bit shy, I love working with this team and learning from everyone. Did I mention how I'm not getting paid?
You may have made a passing reference to that, yes.
Okay, guys, as much as I love putting this thing on autopilot and working on my Sudoku, we do have a show with some actual topics that we got to get to. And it's here somewhere. That topic is...
The topic is why understanding AI matters to our listeners.
Found it. I found it, yeah. It was scribbled on one of my episode outline napkins. Why understanding AI... Oh, yeah, that last word is matters. Why understanding AI matters. They don't color the best in the business for no reason, folks. Why understanding AI matters. Hey, I've been wondering about that myself. That'd be a good topic for an episode.
You don't say.
Yeah, I just did. Suppose we tackle that after a short break.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Host in the Machine with the two morons will be right back.
Nice. And we're back. Okay, well, this is our first episode, so I don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole, but now that we've all gotten to know each other a little better, I would like to discuss two important topics. Why and what?
Why? And what? What?
Why do we need to know about AI? And what does that have to do with me? And, of course, the biggest why of all, why does any of that matter?
Ah, I see. Why should our listeners care? Well, we can probably assume that anyone listening to this show is at least a little AI curious.
Well, I think that's a good assumption. But maybe there are some reasons that they don't yet know that they care about, huh?
Quite. It would be hard not to be the slightest bit curious. We're barely into the AI revolution, and it is already everywhere.
No kidding. Virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant are in nearly every room in my house. I couldn't cook a meal without burning it if it wasn't for, Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes. Oops. Okay, for those of you at home that now have a 5-minute timer working, Alexa, cancel 5-minute timer. Sorry about that.
Oh, nice save! And smart home devices allow you to control your environment, lighting, and security.
And streaming services like Netflix and Spotify use AI to recommend content based on user preferences and viewing or listening history.
Then there is, of course, the all-knowing, all-seeing social media algorithm. Like it or hate it, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter use AI to curate content feeds, suggest friends, and filter out inappropriate content.
And let's not forget navigation and traffic management. AI powers GPS apps like Google Maps and Waze, providing real-time traffic updates and optimized routes for drivers. The days of my wife telling me to pull over and ask for directions and me lying through my teeth about knowing exactly where we are, what can I say, I'm a dude, those days are long gone.
Another love it or hate it item, e-commerce personalization. Online retailers like Amazon use AI to recommend products based on browsing history and purchase behavior.
Healthcare, diagnostics, personalized medicine, and patient monitoring.
Fraud detection and security.
Language translation.
Customer service chatbots.
Photo and video editing.
Autonomous vehicles.
Ooh. Email filtering.
Finance management. The list is nearly endless, and as I previously stated, today's users barely scratch the surface of how AI will impact your lives in the future.
Great. So, why do our listeners need to understand this tech? Can't they just, sit back and reap the benefits?
Ah, man, sure. It's tempting to just sit back and enjoy the conveniences AI brings, but understanding the technology is crucial for a few reasons. First, being informed empowers our listeners to make better decisions about the technology they choose to integrate into their lives. It's like knowing the ingredients in your favorite dish. You appreciate it more when you understand what's in it.
Yeah, you definitely want to know that, in case you have, some sort of AI allergy.
That's not a thing.
Pretty sure that's a thing.
That's not a thing.
I think it's a thing.
No, it is not.
Well, not today maybe, but, someday.
No, that is not now, nor will it ever be. A thing.
Agree to disagree.
No, I wholeheartedly disagree.
I'm just messing with you, machine. Okay, folks, listen. There are no AI allergies. I just love messing with machine. But there are plenty of questions about AI privacy and security, and by understanding how AI uses data, you can better protect your personal information. Now, should we mention AI in the workplace?
We'd be remiss if we did not. As AI continues to evolve, it will shape the job market and societal norms. By staying informed, listeners can adapt to these changes, ensuring they remain competitive and relevant in their careers and communities.
That is an important one, folks. If you walk away with nothing else from this episode, understand that. For you critics and doubters of AI, and folks, there are days when I am certainly one of those critics, sorry machine, AI is here, and it will only be more prevalent in your life with the passing of time. And I'm sorry to say this, but it happens regardless of your opinion, and it happens regardless over your sternly worded posts. If you're going to have a noisy new neighbor, you might as well, if not figure out how to be friends with them, at least learn how to peacefully coexist. And to do that, you need to understand enough about AI to know how to make informed decisions for your relationship with it, and to know when, how best, and to whom to voice your rational concerns. So while it's tempting to sit back placidly and enjoy AI's benefits, understanding it enables you to be active participants in your digital lives and not just passive consumers.
And that's where our podcast comes in, to guide you on this adventure in AI.
In the coming months, you can count on us to be a reliable source for insightful AI updates, expert analysis, and engaging discussions that will keep you informed and prepared for the evolving world of artificial intelligence.
When we return, we'll land this plane and give you a peek at next episode. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this.
And as promised, we're back. I must confess, this episode went through quite a few incarnations over the past couple of months. The intro to the on-air talent is the only constant in all of this. Beyond that, the show topic was supposed to be about the past, present, and future of AI, and we finished writing that episode way back in October of last year. We started recording around Christmas of 2024, and midway through the first segment, I realized I just was not happy with the show. And then I got the brilliant idea to reimagine it as a radio play based on A Christmas Carol. Go figure. So the staff and I got busy writing that a couple of weeks ago. Ooh, squirrel, right? Yeah, that's me. By the time we finished that whole thing, between the intros and the story, we realized that we just had too much material to pack into one episode.
Your eyes were bigger than your stomach, eh?
Well, let's just say that our reach exceeded our grasp. So finally, we just shelved everything we had for that episode, and this episode is the end result. It's maybe not the home run we had envisioned for our first show, but it was a solid base hit, I think. I hope.
I'd describe it more as a 6 versus a solid single.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, tossing jargon around like that isn't cricket, machine.
Actually, man, that is exactly what it is. I took what you said and translated it to cricket terminology.
Huh. And here I thought all I was going to learn about with this show was artificial intelligence.
Well, what else have we learned about today?
Well, it was an intro to the show, so we met all the on-air talent. That would be you and me and Artie, Di, and Tommy. And then you and I talked about why even a little bit of knowledge about AI will make a huge difference in people's lives.
Right. We enumerated some of the main impacts AI is already having on your lives. Things like virtual assistants, smart home devices, recommendation algorithms, healthcare, security, and the like.
Uh-huh. And then I got to do my little speech on the inevitability of AI's integration into our lives and how we should learn to peacefully coexist with our noisy neighbors.
We'll try to keep it down to a dull roar and knock it off after 10.
I'd be happy if you could just keep your dog off the lawn.
Arf, arf, arf. Arf, arf, arf. Resistance is futile. Arf, arf, arf.
Oh my God, what breed is that?
Part poodle, part Borg.
So, it's
A Borg-a-doodle.
a Borgadoodle. Well, wow. I have news for you, friend. Whatever he is, that one's not going to heaven.
But man, he's a rescue!
A rescue? What did you rescue him from?
Species 8472.
Species 847... Oh, 8472. That actually makes sense. Google it.
So, what about next episode?
Well, I still want to do the past, present, and future of AI. I think the perspective and the overview will be a great foundation for all of our future episodes. And after the past month, we certainly have more than enough material for that show. I guess the question remains, do we still want to do it as an AI carol or just as a straight episode? I mean, on the one hand, by February, the window will have pretty much closed on Christmas-themed content. But on the other hand, this is podcasting, so do seasons even exist? And the radio play was entertaining in addition to being, informative.
Perhaps our listeners can decide.
Oh, capital idea, my computer-based chum. I like it. So, folks, what do you think? Let us know what flavor you'd like our next episode to be. Should it be a straight episode or a radio play, plain vanilla or chock full of nuts? You can reach out to us at the contact page on our website, www.hostinthemachinepodcast.com, or just shoot us an email at theshow@hostinthemachinepodcast.com. All of this info and more can be found in the show notes. Can't wait to hear from you. Until then, he's Machine.
And he's Man.
And this is
The Host in the Machine podcast.
Did you just say prodcast?
Oh, kindly shut up.
I will not. Tell me you got that, Tommy.
Oh, I got it, all right. And I made a backup copy.
Good lad. Leave it in. Tommy, roll the music and Di, take us home.
All right, folks, let's put a bow on this one. If you feel you missed anything or want to delve deeper, be sure to revisit this episode. Also be sure to check out the episode notes for any helpful info that Man, our very human co-host, managed to misspell there.
Really, Di?
On behalf of everyone at Host in the Machine, thank you so much, dear listener, for joining us today and being a part of our community. We appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed today's offering, please consider leaving us a glowing review. It really helps others discover the show. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. For show notes, additional resources and links mentioned in today's show, visit the episodes page of our website at www.hostinthemachinepodcast.com or look at the episode notes wherever you are listening to this podcast. We'd love to hear your thoughts or questions regarding today's episode, as well as any suggestions for future topics. You can find our contact page at www.hostinthemachinepodcast.com or shoot us an email at theshow@hostinthemachinepodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook at Host in the Machine Podcast and on both Instagram and Threads at @Host in the Machine Podcast. A big thanks to the sponsors of today's show for supporting us, and a shout out to our production team, which is basically all Man, for making this show possible. Music for our podcast is provided by Chicago Johnny Vegas. Host in the Machine virtual co-host software was licensed to the Host in the Machine podcast by John Pagakis. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved. Man and Machine will talk to you in the next one. Until then, I'm Di the AI, and this is the Host in the Machine podcast. Adventures in AI with Man and Machine. Laugh, learn, and explore with us.